Happy Saturday, everybody. It's January 29th, 2022, and today we're going to answer the question that you have for every digital marketing company. Why does SEO take so long? Stay tuned for the answer. I'm Bernie O'Lilla. It is Small Business Saturday, frankly, the best day of the week, especially if you're in home services or if you're looking to grow your digital marketing. And I'm here with Mr. Paul Carbone Jr. Paul, what's up?
Drive a car, give a dog a...
I'm sorry, I forgot that. Drive a car, give a dog a bone. Paul Carbone. Today we are talking about something that we get asked constantly. We're going to answer it for you right now. Paul, why does SEO take so long?
Why does SEO take so long? It's not a plug and play. It's not something that happens overnight.
It's not changing a tire.
Exactly. It's a learning process.
Yes.
Just the same way that you would teach a kid not to bite their nails.
Yeah.
Guess what? They have to learn if something's relevant or it's not relevant.
That's right. You got to talk to Google like it's a kid. Think about SEO like this. Paul, you're an athlete.
I'm a pretty good athlete.
Paul's he's a former college golfer. Paul, when you go to the gym, what happens?
I lift things up and I put them down.
You lift things up and you put them down. How long does it take for you to see the effects of that?
Quite a long period of time.
It does. Paul's not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger tomorrow, and he's not going to swing his golf club like Tiger Woods if he's only going a couple of times, right? He's got to consistently do it and consistently keep going in order for him to see results, and it's the same thing with SEO. You start off with what, Paul? What's the first thing you do with SEO?
You got to have a strategy in mind.
Yeah, you got to have a strategy. It's going to include keywords. So you're going to go out and you're going to do your keyword research on the market. You're going to bring back the recommendations, and you're going to say, these are the words that I want to use that are going to give me the most opportunity, right?
Yeah, and what you're going to do ahead of time is you're going to also have a competitor analysis done.
Yeah.
You need to know what your competitors are doing, people that you're competing against. What are they ranking for? What do their content strategies look like?
Yeah, and think about this. How long are we into it right now? A lot of hours, right?
Quite a few, yeah.
It's going to take a couple of weeks for that part to get done because you want this done right. You don't just want to plug whatever into your title tags and meta descriptions and then all this other technical stuff and then hope to God it works. You want to do it the right way, and you want to do your research, and then after you have your audits, you know what your competitors are doing, you have your plan. What's the first step after that?
Your on-page recommendations, because you got to map the keywords out in the content.
Yeah, you got to know what you're going to put and where you're going to put it, right? You can't just say, hey, I want, sometimes people do this, they go too quick, and we saw it the other day on that call with that roofer. Mm-hmm. He had his roofing page, but he had on his roofing page, he had repairs, installations, and he had siding and all this other stuff. It's like, dude, have what page? The repair page, right?
Yeah.
And then what else?
Services page?
Yeah, installs.
Yeah.
All these different pages for each service. You got to know what you're going after and what keyword you're going to put there to start ultimately ranking.
Right.
And even at that point, now you're about a month in, right? Because now you have your recommendations and your team's working really hard for you. And then after that, you write the content.
When you're implementing all these different strategies into one page of content, it doesn't take 2 hours. It doesn't take 2 days.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a lot that goes into it. There's proofreading. Mm-hmm. When you wrote a paper for college, how long did it take you? Probably a long time.
I mean, yeah, it took me a little bit. But yeah, that's neither here nor there. I don't think Paul ever even wrote a paper in his life. He didn't start using a typewriter until he came, or his keyboard until he came here.
Yeah.
But yeah, you got to write all the content. You got to get all that stuff on the website. And then you got to do the technical things once it starts moving, like building links. Now we're back in the gym, right? We're lifting the weights. We're building our links. We're going out and getting content in other places, and we're increasing the brand's authority online, because when Google does come back and look at your website, you want it to see that it has the right stuff in place for you, right?
And they're only coming back to your website every 2 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want them to come back more frequently, obviously you need to keep things updated, keep things fresh as well.
Yeah.
If you like this content and you're trying to grow your business, follow me at Lance Bachman and Lance Bachman Digital on Facebook. LFG, time to grow.
It's really important to make sure you have the right stuff in place when you are doing SEO so that it stays strong and you're constantly monitoring it and that you're changing as things kind of grow on Google. And what's the typical timeline we give people?
6 months about?
Minimum to start working.
Yeah,
but
6 to 8 months is more
when
realistic.
It works. You're rocking and rolling after that, because then you're all over the first page, because you're going to be running ads too. You're going to be in the Google My Business Map Pack. There's just so much that goes into SEO.
SEO is the foundation. Think of when you build a house, you don't build a house on top of nothing. It has to have that foundation.
Yes, that is correct. You have to have the foundation. And to answer everybody's question out there simply, SEO takes so long because there's so much stuff that goes into it. It's not as simple as hey, give somebody, however much money a month, and then they'll make your website rank first on Google. It don't work like that. You can't just call up
It don't work that way,
can't
Bern.
just call up Mr. Google and say, yo, put me on the first page. Here's some money from, X customer. It's not like that.
Nope.
So when you're thinking about this, make sure that you're going after things the right way. And SEO takes so long because there's work that goes into it for you. You got to work with your agency, your partner. We got to work with you. It's a collaboration.
It's a collaboration in a lot of different ways in terms of understanding what's relevant to you and your business. You are the subject matter expert. We want your input, and that's the partnership.
Yeah, and if somebody ever says to you, hey, yeah, no, I got you. Don't have to worry about meetings or anything. Don't trust that guy or girl, whoever it is, because you're the one that knows the most about your business. You should be involved in that setup. Mm-hmm. All right? Now, everybody out there, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate it. Small Business Saturday, we love doing this. If you need an SEO audit done and you want to find out how well you're actually ranking and what's working for you from the organic side of things online, nobody can help you out more than Mr. Paul Carbone here. He's sitting by the phone waiting for you to give him a call. So reach out to us here at One SEO. And until next week, have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Boom!